Good afternoon, book lovers of the internet. Welcome or welcome back to my channel. I am BookNerd802, and in this video, I am going to be reviewing yet another short story from Madness by Roald Dahl. I believe this is the ninth video I am making. As far as this anthology is concerned, this one is called Pig, and it was published in Kiss Kiss in 1960. It is split into several chapters and consists of about 30 pages. I read it all in one sitting, needless to say, and I rated it a 3 out of 5 stars. And yeah, this one basically very unexpectedly ended in tragedy. Things seemed to be going so well, but that wasn't the case. Um, just a couple of pages later, there will be several spoilers within the video, so you have been warned. Lexington is the main character, our hero for the story, and basically his parents were killed via police brutality when he was only a few days old. Um, his aunt raised him as her own and left him all her wealth. He was stived out of the wealth, and then he was slaughtered like a pig in a very literal sense after discovering that the taste of human flesh is apparently delightful. And yeah, that's pretty much the meat of it, pun very much intended. I mean, we are not yet sure whether the meat he consumed for the very first time after living a very vegetarian lifestyle was pork or human flesh. Um, he did not know either. He had no way of comparing, but that is what the chef told him. He was very honest with everything, considering how much he was paid as well. Yeah, I suppose honesty was very much valued over there. Um, Also, considering how he was raised on a vegetarian diet and how creative he was with the meals he invented using ingredients that lacked meat, it was my assumption that he'd grow to become very successful. Um, he was basically a culinary genius, I suppose. His senses were very fine tuned when it came to um, tasting and smelling different ingredients, putting them together, being very creative with everything. What I found to be quite ironic is how he fell in love with the taste of human flesh just a few moments before his death. Of course, he had no way of knowing, and his aunt, from a very young age, brainwashed him. She told him that meat tastes horrible, basically.
I found such a story to express the cruelty that takes place in a slaughterhouse quite well, and would make both vegetarians and vegans proud to see a man who enjoyed the taste of flesh so brutally murdered. Once again, even more irony over there. It's a shame that Aunt Glospen didn't teach Lexington about money and what to expect after she'd inevitably pass away. She was already in her 70s and her 80s. She died of a stroke anyway, so yeah, something along those lines was inevitably bound to happen. She should have taught him better, considering how she raised him and homeschooled him as well. So, this story also gave me the opportunity to be extremely anti Semitic in my mind, and I shall not share my thoughts here because they'd be extremely politically incorrect, and I am not in the habit of wanting to get cancelled on YouTube or on any other social media platform. So just saying that the guy ended up with 15,000 when his inheritance was 500,000, and the guy stiffing him out of his money had a very massive nose. That is all I'm going to say. And honestly, I found it to be rather stupid for Lexington not to have objected to how unfair such a drop in the wealth was, because I certainly would have, even if I didn't really have any clue as to how money worked. Um, Ed Winters, by the way, the author of This Is Vegan Propaganda, would have enjoyed this one quite a lot too, and probably delighted in the irony that a guy who tasted meat and enjoyed it so much was killed in the same fashion the meat was killed in. Lexington deserved way better, but I suppose there had to be a mad twist for the story to be included in this anthology specifically. I mean, it is called Madness after all. It wouldn't make sense to include it there if there wasn't really a mad twist towards the end. Definitely a memorable story. Um, all Blood wanted to do was to publish a book of recipes for vegetarians. I didn't give it a higher rating because of its simplicity, very simplistic nature. Even though it is quite memorable, there isn't really anything that is particularly creative, just a cannibalistic theme, some body horror as well, that sort of thing, which sticks in your mind but doesn't really make for a story which I say could blow my mind. So, yeah, he definitely did not deserve all he went through in such a short amount of time. And yeah, Lexington certainly deserved better. Let me know whether you agree with me in the comment section down below. I now only have one story left to read in order to finish this entire anthology. The final story I have to read is called William and Mary, by the way. So yeah, I suppose that is all I had to say about the story derived from Madness called Pig by Roald Dahl. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to leave a like, comment, share, subscribe, take a look at the rest of the content because why not? It's absolutely amazing. And thank you for watching. I will see you in the next one, hopefully very, very soon. Bye guys.